My name is Aniekan Ekpenyong, and I would like to call myself an IPSF for life. Anybody who has gone through IPSF for more than 2 to 3 years would understand what I mean by an IPSF for life. So yeah, you could refer me to being an IPSF for life. I just want to inspire you with my experiences in IPSF and just to strengthen you and motivate you to give me your best in your IPSF journey. So how did I become a part of IPSF? It was one fateful day in my 3rd year in the university when I was asked to contest for the position of the IPSF Contact Person. Now this is part of the executive arm in the National Association, that's PANS, the Pharmaceutical Association of Nigerian Students. So when I had this invite to contest, I didn't know what IPSF was. I never even heard about it. So I decided to just check them out, on the internet. So when I checked out IPSF, I was thrilled by what I saw. The fact that IPSF was a global organization that had student representatives from different parts of the world, and they were interested in addressing global health challenges. So that for me was very important and key in my deciding to contest for the position of the contact person. So as fate will have it, I got selected and became the contact person for Nigeria in IPSF. That was in year 2014. So that's how my journey in IPSF began. And through the duration of my journey, which was about 3 years, I was able to move ahead to becoming the secretary of the African Regional Office, that in 2015, and I also became the IPSF policy co-coordinator in 2016. So that's how my journey in IPSF was like. And how was it? How was my journey in IPSF? I would say it's amazing. It was amazing. While it lasted, I had a transformational experience. I got into IPSF as a pharmacy student in 3rd year who just wanted to graduate and probably just become a pharmacist, a regular pharmacist, to live in IPSF with a renewed commitment and zeal to want to change the world. Ideals in which IPSF instills in you right from you joining the organization as a leader, and then you being a part of what the organization stands for, maybe through the public health campaigns, through the pharmacy professional awareness campaigns, all those campaigns, those instill in you the values of saving the world. Big dreams, yeah, but IPSF provides you an opportunity to find your place in fulfilling that dream. So what did I learn from IPSF? I think the first and most important thing I've learned from IPSF is the fact that there's more to life than our immediate environment and our immediate community. I never really had a global outlook in my career as a pharmacy student as at then. But once I got into IPSF and I attended my first IPSF Congress in Hyderabad, India, I decided I was going to pursue global health right there, because I saw that, wow, so pharmacy students can contribute to policy making at the highest decision making level. I mean, I was thrilled and I was inspired. So IPSF opened my mind to wider possibilities beyond my local community and local environment, and gave me the the passion, the audacity to dream big and to dream wide. That's really motivated my passion and career path in global health. As most persons will know, I am passionate about global health, and it didn't just start from anywhere. It started from when I was in IPSF, and I was part of the movement to address global health in IPSF. What else did I learn from IPSF? I would say I learned skills, organizational and networking skills. I learned them from IPSF. through my roles as the contact person and most importantly the secretary of the African Regional Office, I learned secretarial skills, I learned administrative skills, I learned organizational skills, which have been useful for me in my endeavors. After IPSF, I moved on to running an organization called Global Health Focus, where we tend to train and inspire people in global health. So the skills I learned, the administrative skills I learned, the organizational skills I learned as the Secretary of the African Regional Office was what I used in my new position, and it made me excel. Another thing I learned from IPSF was networking skills. As a professional that is interested in global health, networking is very important. So during conferences, you have to network. You have to meet people from different cultures, different countries with different background. IPSF trains you to be able to network, and I've really used that in my life post IPSF period. So those are some of the things I learned from IPSF. And then most importantly, IPSF has given me friends, lifelong friends and brothers and sisters. I remember my first trip to Kenya. I never slept in a hotel. I was hosted by an IPSFer for about 2 weeks. This is what IPSF gives you: the power of friendship. The bonds, the brotherhood. That's what IPSF gives you. I've had friends for life through IPSF, and the fact that IPSF provides you an opportunity to be able to travel around the world, through the conferences, through training development camps, these are some of the things IPSF grants to you. For example, I've been able to travel to about 3 countries because of IPSF, which I find amazing. So IPSF gives you the opportunity to be able to travel around the world and see the world for yourself. So those are some of the things I learned from IPSF. What am I leaving to you? I would say in your IPSF journey, you have to be conscious of why you are in the journey. Why are you an IPSFer? You don't just become an IPSFer because someone, or a committed IPSFer, because everyone whose member organization is part of IPSF is an IPSFer already. But as an individual, what do you want to bring out of your experience in IPSF? So that would mean that even in your journey now, you have to be conscious of the kind of skills you are picking. You have to be conscious of the kinds of friends you associate with. You have to be conscious of why you're an IPSF. So for example, I told you, for me, because of IPSF, I decided to go on a career in global health. Now, not everybody would go into a career in global health, but you need to understand your why, and see how IPSF can help facilitate that. As a policy coordinator, I was able to understand the intricacies in policy making. This inspired me to take up a postgraduate degree in global health policy. So you have to be conscious of why you are in IPSF and the kind of skills you're picking. Don't just let the IPSF process be a journey that you take on lackadaisically, but you have to be consistent and conscious of why you're in the journey, and then make efforts to build connections, to build relationships, to build networks. Because after you're done with IPSF, although we say it's IPSF for life, but after you're done with the serious phase of IPSF, you will need to work on your relationships. You need to work on your friendships and your network. And if you didn't consciously build this network, then how are you going to work on with them when you're done? And remember that most persons you find in IPSF are the ones that would go on to become leaders in pharmacy and in global health and in public health, or in the community or industry, wherever your passion leads you to. So you want to be able to build networks, you want to be able to build relationships. And then finally, travel. If you have the means, travel and see the world for yourself, because traveling is a way to educate yourself and to make you better. So most important, like I said, be consistent and be conscious of why you're in IPSF. Don't just let this phase go. Ensure you pick up the right skills, you meet the right people, and see how IPSF will help shape you in your career path. Finally, I'm going to sing an IPSF song, and I hope that you join me. And I wish you all the best in your IPSF career and in your pharmacy profession career. Thank you. To IPSF, viva la pharmacie. To IPSF, viva la pharmacie. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva la, oh. Viva la, viva la, viva la, oh. Viva la pharmacie.